Welcome to Wheaton. Wheaton is where the battle for power isn't fought with bullets or armies. It's waged through psychological warfare, manipulation, and control of perception. There's a divide between Wheaton and the city across the river. There's a divide between the Les Nouveaux immigrants, Linnies, and the Nationals, aka Nats. There's a divide between thought and actions. There's a divide that will be exploited. In Chapter 4, we're reintroduced back with director Liberius, selling the benefits of Wheaton, formerly New Stockholm, while his host Charlie Ophermen is gasping for air. And now, Chapter 5, Native Tourists. A man, his woman, and their oversized German shepherd were in their piece of shit car, passed by the old "Welcome to New Stockholm" sign. The car rolled down the bridge, off the cobblestones, and through the greenhouses. The driver was asleep. The driver's loose, bleach blonde dreadlocks had come undone in his Rastafarian-inspired hat. His passenger had her head resting on his shoulder. She had drooled on his Coexist t-shirt. Her heavy linny blue eyeshadow smeared on his shirt and made streaks of makeup on her perfectly formed bald head. She woke up as she scratched her nose ring. Their rusty beige car slipped into the fields, crushing squash and melons covered by plastic tents. She said nothing as she braced herself. Posters and pamphlets with a butterfly imprinted on the American flag flew from the windows as the car entangled itself into the side of one of the dozen windmills in a maroon shipping container. The driver and passenger lifted their heads from the spider-webbed, cracked windshield. He attempted to start his inoperable jalopy and free it from the windmill's girders. He was unaware they were surrounded until he felt the slaps from his girlfriend to his arm. His dog's low growl alerted him the situation was going to get worse. He looked around, then backed down to his ignition and yelled, "Fuck, fuck, fuck, come on, start, baby!" And like on cue, the beater rattled back to life. Metal mesh, plastic, and bamboo from the farm fields had flattened 3 of his spinning tires. That, with the commotion of the engine whining, caused more and more lights in the surrounding homes to turn on. The passenger said,
"You've pissed them off, Blake!"
as she noticed black, brown, white, and yellow faces gathering around the couple's car. An elderly Hmong woman expressed her dismay to her young Sudanese neighbor.
"My melons."
She bemoaned. The driver began to frantically, manually roll up his vehicle's windows as a shirtless, ghostly white man approached the couple with something long in both hands. The panicked passenger took the nickel-plated, snub-nosed .38 caliber revolver out of her brown canvas handbag that she had strapped over her shoulder. The second-hand gat was a gift from her ex-boyfriend.
"You gotta protect yourself, especially working with those third-world refugees. They'll gut you like a pig if you take anything from them people,"
her ex said.
"Those people ain't like us, baby."
She fell out of the car, and her handgun tumbled grip over muzzle into the newly made black muck. The former passenger of the car was on her knees groping in the dark for her gun. She was hysterical as she picked up and pointed a broken tree root, similarly shaped as her lost firearm, at the people around her. She screamed,
"Get the fuck away from me!"
She wiped the dirt from her lips, then she continued.
"You fucking mud people!"
The old Hmong woman laughed at the sight. She tugged on the man's overalls standing beside her.
"Huh, she's the mud person now. She's covered in shit and mud."
The old woman asked a black fellow in brown coveralls.
"Are you offended that she's in blackface now?"
The black fellow looked at the old Hmong woman and frowned.
You see, this is what they do. This is how they help us.
This is what they do.
Do you see?
They don't deserve this land.
The black fellow and
They
several
haven't
other
bled
people
for it.
started to push back the increasing crowd, yelling in check.
Churak.
A white woman, well, a passable mixed-race woman, approached the sobbing, root-yielding passenger and said, "It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, sister," as she put her right palm on the root and wrapped her left arm around the muddy woman. Liberius's voice was smooth as he said,
"We will right this city. We can be great. We will be great."
A stagehand moved projection and demographic graphs off stage. Liberius brushed off the non-existent lint from his sleeves and continued.
"We will not force ourselves upon you. or to be accepted begrudgingly. These battle lines you have defined are unproductive.
Liberius stood up, and the camera rose with him as he walked away from Charlie and towards the camera. Ophermen's face was turning a deep red.
We all want to have a purposeful life.
Liberius laughed slightly, looked down, and slowly raised his head, revealing an earnest smile.
We have found a way to live a life worth living. The artificial divisions, race, sex, ethnicity, the creation of us and them, you versus me, these handmade differences must fall.
Liberius looked around.
I like this place, with its 4 distinct seasons, its people's utilitarian sensibility. Yes.
Liberius turned back around towards his host.
This was interesting, Charles. Eh? The vote for inclusion or expulsion will be here before we know it. I hope the good people have seen the benefits we have brought with our presence. Better schools, clean parks, an envied transit system.
Liberius straightened his suit and continued.
Safety and security. This country is getting dangerous. We can provide you a safe place. Charles, no matter how you rail against us on your show, I am sure you'll be voting for inclusion as well. We live in historical times. A vote like this has never happened before. Vote yes for governmental transparency, rule of law, economic wealth, universal health care, stability.
Liberius mouthed the words, "Okay, breathe," to the host. Charlie gasped for a breath of air, and Liberius smoothed out his tie, buttoned his top button on his jacket, and then tugged on his sleeves.
This was interesting. Thank you for this opportunity, Charlie.
Liberius left the stage, while the polka band played him off. Roosevelt handed the head musician several $100 bills. The man with the undersized pink and gray plaid sports jacket and yellow slacks smiled, grabbed his trumpet, and joined his band members. The maintenance workers picked up their lunch boxes. You see, that was bullshit.
Dude, what hell's you talking about, man? That's our job. We're out of a job, dude.
The maintenance man pointed at Charlie.
He's not gonna get renewed. Fuck, we're canceled. I gotta call my wife.
After Liberius's last words, the reception on the viewers' TVs and radios became fuzzy again. The gliders dispersed and flew back to their normal positions. Charlie looked around as the crowd of stagehands dispersed. He opened up the crucifix hanging around his neck, emptied the off-white crystalline contents onto the space between his thumb and index finger, and took a bump of midway white cocaine. Charlie shook his head and said aloud,
"Well, I'm fucked."
Liberius was driven away in a dirty box truck 27. A glider followed from above. On the side of the truck was written, "Wash me," in Igbo. Roosevelt took Liberius a different way than they had entered originally. 2 imposters entered the original vehicle Liberius and Roosevelt had arrived in. As Liberius's iconic-styled vehicle rolled to the exit, it was immediately stopped by dozens of protesters. A large, unkempt woman in a loose Terry Bradshaw jersey, tight yellow sweatpants, and silver cowboy boots held a big white sign with black lettering stating, "Foreigners go home."
Go home.
Dozens of others held signs stating, "I am not a drone." Another protester wearing a full gas mask waved a sign stating, Humans on Earth. A teenager with an Uncle Charlie shirt carried a sign stating, "The Empire is lost." Empire was spelled wrong. And Roosevelt's favorite anti-LNI slogan,
I'm free. I have live eyes.
live eyes. The mass of protesters yelled, shook their signs, and blocked the egress of the decoy vehicle from exiting the studio parking lot. Liberius spoke on the phone in the box truck. Only his side of the conversation could be heard.
Is Frank's being taken care of? Is he being supported? Good. The Latinos too. We need everyone.
Liberius grumbled.
Orlik, please keep me informed of this. Call this number if you need something to make this project successful. Yes, Orlik.
Liberius said.
Keep in touch. Goodbye.
Now,
said Roosevelt in a disapproving voice.
he's not your equal. Treat him accordingly. or he won't trust you. You don't need that. You won't want that, Liberius.
Okay, Roosevelt. Could we have this show played again later tonight? With the editing that flatters the Academy a tad more. I don't think I expressed all of their failures. I didn't let them realize how lost they are. I didn't.
Libby.
Roosevelt turned and looked at Liberius. Roosevelt gripped onto Liberius's wrist display. Liberius's free hand intuitively reached towards Roosevelt's hand, but he didn't touch Roosevelt. Liberius's body tightened. He grimaced. His eyes diverted from Roosevelt's gaze.
Libby. Son, that break you had.
Liberius began to talk, but stopped short and shook his head no.
That break, that relapse into hooliganism, that gutter speak is beneath you, son. You won't do that again. That part of you is long dead and not worthy of who you are now, son, right? Right?
Roosevelt smiled his smile and said,
Yes, right.
Roosevelt released Liberius's wrist and playfully nudged his cheek with his fist.
We're not trash. We won't talk like trash, Libby. Don't give people like that, Charlie Ophermen, the satisfaction. Yeah, you played him like a fiddle. Yes, very good, Libby. We're good. And now on to your 10:30 meeting.
The cargo truck stopped, dropped, and spewed out steam.
Okay.
Liberius sounded downhearted. Several greasy-handed kids tapped on the windows of the cabs. Roosevelt patted Liberius's shoulder and said,
Libby, we're good, okay?
A blonde-haired girl made faces at Roosevelt. She said, fuck him. I'll do it. I don't care. Roosevelt took a deep breath and let it out slowly. Then he clenched his jaw. Find us on YouTube, X, and houseworwor.com.